welcome back to my channel. I am Sade. So if this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you join the family and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your post notification bell so you'll be notified every single time your girl uploads a video. And if you want to see how I achieve this look, stay right there. Alright, you guys, let's just jump right into it. I know this was supposed to be a chit chat, get ready with me, but girl, it was 60 minutes long, a whole hour. I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to see that, so I decided to cut it down, trim it down, and do this voiceover. But if you are interested in a long chit chat, get ready with me, you have topics you want me to talk about, then let me know. So as you can see, I'm just wand curling my hair. Yes, this is a custom unit from my luxury hairline, Cashmire Londyn. The link is always in the description box below. So if you want to check out my hair, then definitely head over to my website and pick you up some hair, girl. We got lashes, we got all that. But I'm just doing these really simple wand curls. I just love wand curls. It's so easy, it's so quick, and they just come out looking flawless. So I always curl away from my face. No, not always, but in this instant I am curling away from my face. So just watch what I'm doing. I'm sure you guys know how to do this, but if you don't, then just watch what I'm doing. And yeah. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to use my Clinique moisturizer, and then I'm going to prime my face with my e.l.f. primer putty. I did use a little bit too much, but that's okay. It's nothing wrong with having your face primed, and it just really feels so good, and it leaves your skin looking flawless. Like, listen, if you watch some of my earlier videos, I really wasn't like a huge fan for primer, but this primer, really, I love it. So now I'm just grooming my brows with a spoolie. Just grab your little brow brush, and then I'm going to be filling in my brows using my MAC brow gel, and this is in the shade Dark Brunette. I really love this shade. It's just like a general universal shade, I should say. For me, I use this no matter what color wig I'm wearing. It's just like the perfect shade. It just goes on my skin tone really nicely, and it's not too harsh. It's just perfect. So after I do that, I'm going to clean it up using some concealer. I'm using a shade a little bit lighter to have like that highlighter brow bone effect. Sometimes I'll use my foundation to carve out my brows. Sometimes I'll use a brighter concealer. It really just depends on the mood and the look that I'm going for. So you'll see me, go back and forth in different videos between foundation and concealer to clean up. So now after I do that, I'm just pushing that into the skin with my beauty blender, and then I'm also going to take the foundation that I'm wearing and carving out the top, so that I don't like that halo look. So when you use concealer on the top and the bottom, it leaves like a white cast. I really don't like that, so I'll go ahead and use my regular foundation shade on top, just so that the brow bone will be highlighted, but the rest will just look nice and clean and sharp and blend into the rest of my face. So then I always go back in and just define my brows a little bit more. You'll see me do this a couple of times, because when you're using creams or powders or whatever, you can wash out your brows, so you just want to fix your shape. So I'm brushing it out, softening it up, and then we're going to move on to the eyes. So for the eyes, I'm starting out with Culture and my crease. I'm using my Perception palette, but then you'll see me switch over to my Proceed with Caution palette. Both palettes are by Makeup Shayla and ColourPop, and they both have the same Culture shade in both palettes. So again, I'm just building up Culture and my crease, and then I'm going to be switching over to my Proceed with Caution palette. So the look that I wanted to do for you guys is the look I did a couple weeks ago for my friend's birthday party. So now I'm just going to grab the shade Hazard. It's just like a brown golden flex type of shade. It's very pretty. You can wear it all over your lid. I've done it plenty of times, but I did this look, like I said, a few weeks ago, and I wanted to recreate it for you. It doesn't look exactly the same because I did have black hair at the time, but it's still a pretty look, very wearable no matter what color hair you have. It's just bomb. So now I'm gonna go in with Gloves On, which is a very dark, intense black. It also has glow flecks in it, so it just really blends very nicely with Hazard. So I'm packing it in and I'm dragging it all the way up to my eye bone, and then you'll see me blend it out. But when you first apply this shade, you want to just pack it on, so that could eliminate fallout. And then you can grab a fluffy brush, a blending brush, and then blend the two colors together. So now using a taper blending brush, I'm just blending those two colors together and softening the look. You don't want a harsh eye look. You just want to make sure everything is nice and blended, nice and soft. So that's what I'm doing, going back and forth between both eyes to make sure I have the same amount of intensity. So now moving on to foundation. Today I'm using my Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Punta Cana, and I'm applying that all over my face. And then I'm going to go in with the matching concealer, also by Juvia's Place, and that is in the shade Light 17. So Punta Cana and Light 17 are my two shades for Juvia's Place, and I always apply it with a beauty blender. I just love the way beauty blenders blend out foundation. So here I'm just using a small Real Technique brush to get really close under my eye to smooth that out and make sure there's absolutely no creasing before I apply my powder. So for contour, I'm using my black opal foundation stick, and the shade that I'm using is Beautiful Bronze. I love this. It's just so creamy. It blends so well, and you get so much product, especially if you're going to use it just for contour. I mean, obviously it's a foundation stick, so you can use it as a foundation stick, but I really love to use it as a contour. It's just so freaking bomb. So I'm going to blend that out, and then I will set everything. You already know when you use any type of cream, liquid, you always want to set it with a powder. So after I finish blending it all out, then you'll see me go back in and set it. Alright, so you guys know when I start dancing and wiggling my fingers that I'm feeling myself. So I'm loving how this look is coming together. But I did forget something, so I went to go grab it real quick. So now I'm going to go in with my Cover FX translucent powder, and I'm using a powder puff to apply this. This is a new technique I have been trying out for the past couple of weeks. Well, not trying out, I've been doing it for the last couple of weeks, and I really love it. So yeah, I'm just setting my under eyes and pretty much my whole face, but I do apply more to my under eyes to give me that bright, highlighted effect. But like I said, I do use this all over my face. It's just a lighter hand. And then to contour, To set my contour, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Tan to Deep Contour Kit. So, you know, whenever I use a cream, like I said, I always set it with a powder. And I love it. It's just like a nice, natural, bronzy type of shade. It's not too dark. It's like the perfect shade. So I'm just rubbing that, not rubbing it, well, swiping, I don't know, against my nose to set my nose. And then I am dusting away the excess translucent powder because we don't need it no more. We're not baking. We just, you know, warms it up a little bit. And then I'm going to carve out my cheekbones, you know, just to make them pop, define them a little more or whatever. So from the Proceed with Caution line, I am grabbing Whistle While You Work. It's just a pretty pink blush. And then I'm also going to be grabbing from the Proceed with Caution collection Construction. It's like a bronzer, blush bronzer. And I'm just going over my contour with that shade again. And then I'm going to be using my Hyper Real Glow Trio highlight palette. Gosh, that is a lot to say, but I kind of just swipe all three of them, like blend it, and then apply it to the high points of my face. So obviously my cheekbones, I go against my temple, my nose, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my cupid bow, my chin. Just highlight it, girl. And then we're going to set that with our Urban Decay All Nighter spray that all over. And then we're going to move on to the lips. So for the lips, I'm just using any regular brown, dark brown type of lip liner. You want to overline, and yeah, just overline. And I fill in the sides just a little bit. And then I'm using my MAC lipstick. This is in the shade Perception. No, not Perception. Yeah, Perception. Yeah, Perception is just a pretty nude. I really like it. And of course, I'm applying my Cashmere Londyn Conceited Lashes. It was a little hair on it and the glue wasn't tacky enough. But I'm applying my lashes and we are all done.
I just wanted to come on here real quick and show you guys my lashes. They're from Cashmere Londyn. I'm wearing the style Flirty. How freaking nice are these? I also have, let me switch around. I've got the style Confident. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the website, swipe up to check them out. They are so freaking nice.
Alright you guys, so this is a final look. I just brushed my curls out a little bit because I'm going to take some pictures for the gram, you know, just from the waist up. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of all over the place, a little bit of ranting, a little bit of woe is me. Well, not really, but whatever you want to call this video. But overall, I just want you guys to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. If you look good, you feel good, that means eating right, working out, your overall appearance, your mental health, everything. So let's just work on that for 2020. Give you guys a little time to like make a plan and get it together, but that's the goal. So yeah, I hope you guys are feeling this look. As you know, this is Cashmere Londyn here from my hairline. Like I mentioned before, these lashes are from my lash line as well, so you can shop my whole look on my website. So go check that out, give your girl some support, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.